Here's one of our favorite clips from Neighborly Discourse with Billy and Steve.
The language.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to spend much time on this because I want to do much more reading before I talk about it. But that is what Democrats do. Not Democrats. We have to be clear on this. And from now on, we really have to be clear on this. We are strictly talking about progressive, the leftists.
The left.
They
the American communists.
Yes. There was someone that I heard.
Candace Owens said that. I saw a tweet the other day about her saying, "Stop calling them liberals; they're American communists." So I started calling them American communists in the episode this morning, and let's run with it.
I didn't get to that part. I didn't hear that. But there was a politician that was just like, "Yo, I'm not playing with words anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just calling them. I'm calling them what they are."
Because they are.
And I can't remember who it was now, and I'm sure that's where she picked it up from. But regardless, the leftists, or the American communists, they have to control the language.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing happening around us is really a control of language. They are changing. That's why when you brought up the whole thing about sexuality, and I had to debate whether you're right or wrong, even though you read to me the description, right? It's because I know that these guys are trying to change our language.
I'm with you 1,000%, man.
Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Just know in further episodes I'll come back to it, but I want to touch on this. One of the arguments that he makes is that we, as conservatives, are making the wrong argument. We take the bait of the leftists, and I'm going to use this whole binary crap as an example. We're talking about what age we should be having this conversation with kids, K through third, Tulsi Gabbard said, why are you even doing it in high school? It shouldn't even be done, while they're in, so she's totally against it, right? But the argument should really be, are men men and women women? That's where it should stop.
Yeah.
Like, if we like put our foot down and plant our flag on that spot, there would be no conversation about, can you start talking to kids at a younger age about sexuality and all that stuff? Because we're talking men are men and women are women. That's the truth. That's the fact. We are not going to budge on that, not 1 inch. And if we could start changing our mindset and saying, that's a lie, that's wrong, I'm not going to give up one iota, one piece of ground on that issue. Mm-hmm. If we stood fast like that, then we wouldn't be having these subsequent conversations. Because all these other things, these other arguments that we're having are nonsense arguments. They're not even the true argument. The real argument is we have doctors, educated doctors, scientists. They're rewriting our whole medical journals. And listen, and I remember a few episodes ago, you said it's only America that's stupid like this. It's not. It's pervasive. Since the time you said that, I've read country after country after country that's doing this stuff that's buying into this nonsense of men not being men and women not being women, and we have to stop it. We have to stop it from that argument, from that point. That's nonsense. Forget about the whole inclusivity. Forget about all that. Let's start with the fact that men are men, women are women. And if we can't agree on that, we have nothing else to talk about. Nothing else to talk about. And that's how the left wins the argument, because they catch us talking about subsequent arguments, ancillary arguments that have nothing to do with the real subject, and we never win the real subject matter, because whatever happens downstream, they've already won. And what they wanted to win was men and women is malleable. It's not something that's concrete. It's not real truth. That's the argument they really want to win. Even if they lose the fight about what can be discussed in school, what they really want to win is that there's no real truth about men being men and women being women. That's their end game.
Yeah, and if you really think that these people pushing all this crap on you care about those people, sorry, but you're an idiot.
They just divide just to keep us busy, just to keep us busy.
They don't care if you think you're a woman or not. They don't care if you actually have mental illness, unless that mental illness can be treated by a pharmaceutical pill from whoever backs their campaign. Other than that, they don't care about you.
But I have a more important conversation.